Hey, beautiful souls, how you doing? Gina here, Too Much Woman. I have a question for you. Are you a martyr or a bastard? Growing up my whole life, it was very clear to me that there were two types of people. There were the martyrs, who were the good guys, the givers, and there were the bastards, who were the bad guys, the takers. And it was very clear to me my whole life which side of the divide I wanted to be on if I wanted to be part of the tribe and loved and respected and spoken well of. What was very clear to me was that the martyrs were the ones that gave their whole lives, that lived for other people, that were so thoughtful, so considerate, put their needs last, kind of like hung on the cross with their badge of honor around their neck. And on the other side of the divide were the bastards, and we all know who those are. Those are the takers. Those are the people who live life on their own terms. Those are the people who don't give a rat's ass what you think about them. They just prioritize themselves and their needs. They're usually the black sheep. People don't speak well of them, and they're not thought of in good terms. And so my whole life, because safety and security was my number one priority, it was very clear which side of the divide I wanted to be on. But what's come into my awareness at 44 years old is that I have been telling myself a narrative. I have self-identified as a giver. And because everything is energy, there's an energetic blueprint that I emit out into the ethos when I identify myself as a giver. When I identify myself as a giver, I'm sending out the message that I am a martyr, that there is a sense of unworthiness and lack. It's just all about servitude and to the point of depletion. This is what was modeled for me. And that energetic blueprint limits what I have coming into me. And what I have decided at 44 is that life is not so black and white in terms of givers and takers, and that I want to change the narrative around how I self-identify, first using language, and then in the way that I show up in the world, by now identifying myself as a receiver. I am a receiver. I am deserving of love, of attention and respect, and abundance, and great sex, and epic opportunities, and joy, and fun times at the beach, and dancing my ass off. I am deserving of all good things in my life. And I am a receiver. And what I know to be true is that when I'm very clear on my desire and what fills me up and makes me joyful, as I emit that energy out into the ethos that I am a receiver of these good things because I am worthy of them, simply because I am worthy of them, what happens is it starts to shift what is magnetized to me. And what starts to magnetize to me are the people, opportunities, and circumstances to fill that energetic need, to fill that energetic blueprint, to match it. And when that happens, my friends, when I am full, and I step into the fullness of being worthy enough to receive, what changes, and I know that this is true for so many of you, is that when I am full in that way, like truly full, the first thing I want to do is I want to give. It's like a river flowing through me, right? So it's not just giving, which is outward flow. It's not just taking, which is inward focus. Receiving requires that it like moves through me. It precipitates an energy that wants to keep the energy flowing. So when I'm receiving truly, the first thing I want to do is give. And I'm inviting you to step into a place where you can maybe start to imagine changing the narrative around how you identify. For all of you givers, and truth be told, there's a certain amount of, between you and me, smugness about identifying as a giver, because we never want to be the takers. I haven't heard one person ever say, well, I'm a taker. Nobody. So we all identify as givers, right? And we're all in this giver club, and we feel so smug and so good about being on the good side of the fence. But I want to invite you into a space where you're recognizing that identifying as a giver, the energetic blueprint of that can often block us from receiving, block us from the energy of being worthy of receiving. Because when we're truly full, when we feel full with the abundance of life because we stepped into the worthiness of receiving, that's when we're giving from a pure space of detachment, from a pure space of just overflow. And I want to invite you to identify with yourself in a new way. That's what I'm thinking about. Let me know your thoughts. I love you. Bye for now.